Starting off with black suited Superman. This figure was one of the more simpler ones to make. Obviously, the simplest ones were Batman and Wonder Woman, but Superman was one of the simpler ones simply because of the fact that I kind of just took the Lego Superman from the Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice Lego sets and kind of just took the colors and flipped them because that's basically all the suit is just black where the blue used to be and like gray where the yellow and the red used to be. So yeah. um so I painted I think it wasn't originally a Superman head, that it was a Lex Luthor head. It was a Superman head, so he does have the alternative facial expression of the heat vision. So he also comes with standard hair to the side hairpiece, molded in black. I sculpted the muscles so that way they would look like they protrude out a little bit and that he looks, like Superman. I also engraved the S symbol on his chest, and then I painted it and then outlined it in light gray. Um, the belt is pretty simple. You got the gray where the yellow used to be. Um, Legs were pretty simple. Not sure if they're ultimately accurate because I got the designs off of an unfinished black suited Superman, so there's that. He does have the silver gauntlets that he has on. Well, I wouldn't say gauntlets, but because they don't go around his hands, they just sort of go around his like wrists and his forearms. So I did paint those there, so there's that. And then he does have a black cape that I did paint. And then going around to the other side, it's just simple designs. Like I said, nothing really special here other than it just being black and gray. Because I based it off of Lego's Batman versus Superman minifigure. So yeah, just give him a good last picture before I move on to the next figure. So yeah, black suited Superman. Can't wait to see what happens with him in the movie. All right. Sorry you can't exactly see the bottom of Batman's face. The light is a little weird, so just to get you a good look at the face, it is basically standard Batman head with the stubble beard. I did paint in eyes on the white band to make it look like Batman is actually human. And I think it looks cool. I like how Batman came out. There are a few things that I wish I could have improved upon, simply like the side of the legs, because I tried to continue the I don't think it's mesh, but it's like a silver dotted pattern, and these are Lego's actual legs. I just painted them a little bit, made them a little bit better. So yeah, I did make a black cape for him, but it's not the uh regular Lego cape that has like I wouldn't say loops, but the I don't know what to call them, but it's not a standard Batman Lego cape, but it is black, so there's that. Um, so he does have his like bat gauntlets with like the blades on the side, and then I added a little these are 3D parts, like the blade and then the rectangle that I painted, because I remember in the original Justice League he uses the gauntlet for the sound that makes the parademons go crazy, so I thought I would incorporate that even if it's not even in the movie. So yeah, so copied this design from the uh, what set was it? What set did I get this in? Oh, I had gotten the Batman from the Nightcrawler set from the uh, Justice League for the first time, and then I had painted a uh, belt from the Lego Batman movie, and then painted it gold and then put it on the figure because I just think it looks really cool. So yeah, that's Batman. So next up is Wonder Woman, and I gave her a sword-ish thing. It looks cool. I think it's a little more accurate to the sword that she has in the movie. The only thing is that it's not silver; it's mostly gold. But I don't really care. And then I gave her a shield, and I spray painted it gold. I mean, not gold, silver or chrome, I guess. And then just sharpied a gold ring around it, and then yeah. But it looks cool. I don't dislike it. There is some damage on there, so that's pretty cool. Um, this was one of the figures that I worked really hard on. If not the second hardest to Aquaman, Cyborg, and Flash, because those three were difficult. But I did use the regular Wonder Woman hairpiece with like the this wants to come off. Yeah, with the molded in tiara, and I just painted it, paint over the red star gold, and then just painted in some black lines for her. And then I did use the head from the classic sets. It was like with Lex Luthor and Firestorm and Batman, Wonder Woman and Cheetah. So I used the head from that because I thought it looked good. So there's the angry facial expression. If I can get the hairpiece to come off, I can show you the alternative facial expression, and it doesn't want to come off. Whatever, it's fine. I did do 3D strap for Wonder Woman, and does go around the same way on the side. I mean, on the back. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Yeah, and then I painted the side of the arms for her gauntlets that she does have. And then I did make a waist cape that goes all the way around, and I painted that as well, and I didn't know it ripped. Oh well. And then her legs are pretty simple, her boots, and then you got the metallic red that I used for all of it. Then I put the gold, and then the silver, and then on top of it was just the skin tone. And then her hip piece is standard dark blue hips. So yeah, putting the waist cape back on. If it will cooperate, please. Thank you. It does look a little awkward. Her waist cape makes her look a little awkward, but it personally doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, whatever, suck it up. It's not your figure. Please don't click off the video. But yeah, this is my take on Wonder Woman, and I am really happy as to the way it came out. It looks pretty good, or at least I think so. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on all these figures. Aquaman was the second hardest to Cyborg, and then Flash was like, I would say he was like third, and then it's Superman, then Wonder Woman and Batman, because Aquaman's armor did take some sculpting, and just to get out of the way, I did give him the trident that he comes with in the Justice League sets, so whatever. So there's that. I did paint the hair to its like ombre that he has in the movie, and I think it came out looking pretty good. I like it. If you don't like it, suck it up. Anyway, yeah, standard Jason Momoa head. If I could get it off for you, I would, but I can't. It doesn't like to come out of the hairpiece. So, the armor was sculpted by me. I like the way it came out. I painted with green lines because his colors tend to be like a orange and green. But since there wasn't really space for like a green tint on the figure, I figured I would just paint in the green lines, and I think it came out pretty good. I mean, the arms are a little weird because I painted the lines in green and then overpainted some of the yellow so that way I can get a like a texture effect on it with regular yellow paint. It didn't work out too well. I think it looks all right, but I think I could have done a better job on the arms. But on the back was confused. It doesn't look too bad, I don't think, especially since it's covered by the hairpiece all the time. I don't think it bothers me that much. But if it bothers you, there you go, the hairpiece back on. I did paint the legs last. And what I did was I looked at a picture of it. I painted what I saw. I made a few of my own details add in. Um, I know this isn't exactly his legs, but whatever. I painted it. I think it looks good. I genuinely like how the legs turned out. Um, so yeah, the legs look cool. I really like how they came out. I used a gold. I used a metallic green, which was like my lightest green that I mixed with some gold. And yeah, here's Aquaman. Pretty cool. Here we go, second to last figure. Almost there. So the Flash, we have the Flash, and he's in a running position because it's the Flash, but just to fix him so that way you can see him a little bit better, I did give him some Power Blast pieces from the Justice League Nightcrawler set, whatever it was called. I don't remember. But yeah, here it is. He has his Power Blast pieces. You push against the arm and it fires, or at least it was supposed to. That one fired. I don't know why the other one didn't, but whatever. Anyway, this one was I would say the third or fourth hardest because Superman, Aquaman, and Cyborg had the most sculpting, and then Batman, Wonder Woman, and Flash had the least sculpting. But this I did have to take some electrical tape and then fold it and then cut it to make the shapes that I wanted. And I think it came out pretty good. My first attempt at the Flash required me to use oven bake clay. That didn't work out so well. I hate oven baked clay. It's so annoying. I tried oven baked clay with Aquaman and Cyborg, and then it just wasn't working for me. So um, the Flash was just the same. Um, so I took some electrical tape, folded it, cut it with an X-Acto knife, and just glued every single part of it together. And just to get you a good look at the back, there it is. And I took all the design from not only Lego's Flash figure, but also Michael MGF, his custom figure that he started on in 2017 and never actually finished because Joss Whedon's Justice League movie, in his opinion, sucked. I have no opinion when it comes to Joss Whedon's movie. I mean, it was alright. It's not my favorite movie, but it's also not my most hated movie. But anyway, back to the Flash. I painted the legs in a dark red and then a black, and then just stuck to the base color of the light red that the legs already were. I painted the arms with as much detail as I could. I could have found a lot of reference for the arms, but I did paint the arms. Only two of the silver lines are actual 3D because I couldn't find silver wires that were thin enough. So these were just the only ones that were thin enough to actually have right here, and I didn't want to use like regular. Well, I didn't want to paint these lines because they actually go from one part of the design on the torso to the other. So I just took some wire and I glued it and I put it on there, and I think it looks pretty good. I like the way it came out. The lightning bolt on his chest was electrical tape that I folded and then cut with an X-Acto knife and then painted it gold. I think it looks pretty cool. It does come off the torso a little bit, but I think that's fine. I did the same thing with the white circle behind it. I took some electrical tape, folded it, and then cut it, and then glued it on, painted it, and then it was done. The helmet is completely painted by me. This was the original Flash helmet that I had gotten in the Nightcrawler set. I wish I hadn't had to use that one, but all the Flash cowls that I could use, that I could order, just wouldn't get here in time. So I did end up ordering two online before painting it, and then they got here, so that's fine. I will put it on my Legos official Flash figure, but it won't really matter much because I did use Legos Flash head. The only thing was the flesh tone on it was a bit faded because of Lego's printing issue when it comes to printing light colors on dark colors. So I painted the flesh tone of the Flash on, well, of Ezra Miller, and personally, I don't think it has a good likeness to Ezra Miller, but I don't really care, only because, just because it looks fine to me. I don't really care. It looks fine to me. I like it. If you don't like it, whatever. Screw you. Don't click off the video, though. There's still one more figure that you have to get through before you can be free of all of this. So, yeah. So the helmet is painted in a metallic red, and then the back is like the same dark red that I used for the legs and practically all of the torso and the arms. So, yeah, there's Flash. So, here is Cyborg, and a bit of a funny story that happened to the arm. Um, it kind of broke. Yeah, it broke. I was trying to put the other hand in, and then the arm just broke. All the sculpting that I had on the arm destroyed. So what I did was I cut off more of the arm. I cut off a Lego breather piece, glued it on, and tried to make the arm cannon that he does have, and I think it turned out pretty good. In terms of difficulty when it came to making this figure, it was pretty difficult. I got to be honest. I saw Michael MGF's Aquaman. Aquaman and Cyborg, and I saw how cool it looked, and I wanted the exact same sort of like thing that he did, and I was like, all right, let's get to work. I had done the oven baked clay Cyborg at that point, and then I saw his, and I was like, no, what? No, I'm gonna make my life harder, and I'm gonna try it again, and I drilled through the legs. Well, not completely. I drilled out parts of the legs, sculpted, glued on those parts, spray painted practically everything except for the head and the helmet. And then once it was dry enough, I painted it. I painted all around, and the legs are still posable. You can still pose him. Sort of. It sort of works. It doesn't always work, but yeah, but it's not like he would be sitting anywhere anyway, because the sculpting that I did kind of went all the way around the leg, so it was kind of pointless to have drilled the leg anyway, but it still looks cool. I still like the way it came out. I like the way the torso came out as well. I wish I could have done a little bit better on his on the lower torso, because the chest was fine, but the lower torso just looks a little bit off, and the back is no exception either. Um, same Yeah, so the back looks a little odd. It's not as bad as it could have been, but I still like it. I don't dislike it. In some places on the figure, I did have to outline things in black, because of I just think that it looked a little odd. Like, you couldn't see certain details because it was just gunmetal on top of like just straight up chrome or silver. So um but on this arm, there was the arm cannon with the arm that fell off, and then on this arm, it was the case that the shoulder pad came off. I couldn't, because the shoulder pad had just come completely off. Um, I couldn't glue it back on because it broke. It came off, it broke in like 20 pieces, and then I couldn't glue it back on. So I ended up painting the detail that I would have painted on the shoulder pad, and then this is just how it came out, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I like the way it came out. It's not too bad. It doesn't suck. And then the Cyborg helmet was a Cyborg helmet that I ordered off of Bricklink. I ordered it, and then it got here, and I painted it, and then, I just painted all the detail. I repainted the eye. I painted it a metallic red, and then I painted a regular red line through it just so that way it would look like it's actually red and not pink. And then I painted a white circle, and then for the blue part, I just painted in metallic blue, painted a regular blue circle, and then just put a white dot. And then I use that same metallic blue on the arm cannon because I know his arm cannon is like a metallic blue. Everywhere else there's red. I know that I wouldn't say his thrusters on his back, but I think it's on his feet, but I couldn't really show that on his feet, but I wanted to show it on the back of the torso, so I painted some red. I know it's blue, but his color is mostly red, so I just put some red in there. And yeah, it is a standard Ray Fisher, or it is a standard Cyborg head. I gotta be honest. It's a standard head. There's nothing else really to say about it. It's a standard head. It's pretty much it, is what it is. It's just a Cyborg head. I did paint the hair side of the helmet so that it would kind of match. I don't know. I don't know what it would match, but I just think it looks more like hair, honestly. Is all I can really say. And then I painted on the feet I guess you can say his toes, and the Justice League that came out in 2017, he says his toes hurt, so I just kind of painted what was, I guess, there. I don't really know, but that's what it is. That's what I painted. What I saw, I painted. What I saw, I sculpted. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that cut, guys. My camera had just gone out of focus for absolutely no reason. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, what I saw, I sculpted. What I saw, I painted. And what broke, I tried to fix in some way, shape, or form. And I think that this Cyborg is maybe one of the top 10. I'm not sure. I'd have to go through all my figures to look through to see if this is one of my top 10, but it's definitely pretty high on one of my favorite figures to have not only made, but one of the best figures that I have made. So anyway, let's close up this showcase. So here we are in the end. We are in the Snyderverse now with this new Justice League movie. So happy to have done all these figures. These figures look amazing. I definitely wouldn't change too much about them, but if I could change one or two things about one or two or three of the figures, I definitely would in a heartbeat. But all things considered, the way I see it, this was an absolute win, and these figures look amazing. Can't wait to see what Zack Snyder puts on HBO Max for us with the whole Justice League Snyder cut. And I am personally a fan of the way that the Justice League has been going, no matter what movie it is. As long as it's been in the 2000s with good camera quality and good acting, good writing, if it's a superhero movie with all those things, I'm gonna like it. I wouldn't say that Joss Whedon's Justice League was awful. It's not one of my favorite, and it's not one of my least favorite, but it's a movie. I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, but I can't wait to see what Zack Snyder does and how he portrays his version of the Justice League. So yeah, And for those of you wondering if I'm going to do Steppenwolf or Darkseid in the future, maybe, I don't know. If I like the movie enough, I will, but it looks pretty brutal, so not sure if I'll like it, but if I do, maybe I'll make it. I'm not sure. But for right now, I'm going to stick to these 6 guys, and then, yeah, we'll see. So I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys. All right. Bye-bye.